Now follow me as we ride, going up, getting high. Biggest flips in the sky, biggest flips in the sky, biggest flips in the sky.
Welcome to another episode of MiVision. I'm your host, Mansa Musa.
Co-host Rakasi.
And today we have another special guest.
BB, thanks for having me.
In the building.
Okay, thank you for being here.
Pleasure.
So yeah, let's get straight into it. 2020, what were the highlights? What was your highlight for the year? Although it's been a tough one.
For me, music related again. I think that the lyricists got to shine this year, and I love it. Due to everyone staying at home, it's given more at home vibes. I think there's been two different types of music that's popped off this year: the TikTok songs, because everyone's at home doing TikToks and all that shit, and that's one side of things. But that's just like whatever. Like you're either with it or you're not, and I'm not. But then there was the lyricists that came through and they were getting their flowers for being lyricists. Like, did you catch the Royce the 5'9" album?
Yeah, the allegory.
Yeah, amazing. You got like Benny the Butcher, Conway. You got flipping Freddie Gibbs. There was a few albums. Even what do you call it?
Good year for rap.
Come again?
It was a good year for rap albums.
Yeah, 100%. But I feel like the notoriety of those albums wouldn't have been as big if it was just a casual year. Because I think the clubs take most of the club bangers and radio hits are usually where it lies, I guess. And because we're at home, after a while, it's just like, I can't keep listening to man talking about turning up when I can't. So people that don't usually gravitate towards that music, that usually gravitate towards club turn-up music, probably got a bit tired of that and started to relax and listening to some of that, insightful, let's listen and take something in. And I think that has spawned, because for me, it's one thing for me to receive a good album. Yeah, it's cool. Like, I'm sure we would have got these albums anyway, but I want to see the artists that I like prosper. I want to see them get Grammy nominations. I want to see them get honorable mentions or top hip-hop albums of the year lists and stuff like that. I want to see their numbers get bigger. And I think that the numbers this year, first week numbers and continuation of first week numbers, have been amazing for some of these artists. And it can only get better. You know what I mean? Also, another high point is finally getting that Jay Electronica album, because boy, has that been a minute. So yeah,
Wasn't it disappointing? So it was like anticlimactic.
For me, it was 444 Junior is the best way I can look at that album. And my only problem with the album is it's a joint album. Like, bro, we didn't wait all that time for a joint album. However, I think for me, anyway, when I play it back, I still love it the same way I did the first time. So, no, I like it. But it is quite disappointing for waiting so long. But once again, like going back to my earlier point, like I'm sure he's had like 10 different albums that could have been released between that space of time, and we didn't get those, and that's a problem. But to finally get something from him, and even people that wouldn't even have known who Jay Electronica was, to be like, yo, what's this? And to hear it, that's a high point for me.
Because my dad heard that album.
You see what I'm saying?
Dad, and that's mad. Like, my dad don't listen to music like that. He don't listen to rap like that, really. So yeah, he like, say that again.
I said that's actually quite a significant thing then.
Yeah, I mean, I like the album to be honest, but I think it probably came at the right time in the regard of we were able to sit with it, because it could have been if it was put out, I don't know, 2019 or what, another year, then maybe it wouldn't have done the same thing,
Definitely.
Especially with festivals and all of them things going on. I don't know. But then again, I don't know if we'll see what or where he can go next, because he seems to be more on that sort of lyricist, conscious rap
See him dropping another album?
Say?
Do you see him dropping another album?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know.
I don't think he will. Like, I don't. I really don't think he'll drop another album, but we'll see.
If he does, then maybe like around now would not be the worst time, because we're still going through, like the whole COVID and staying at home. So we'd have time to actually sit with it.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. But when did it come out?
I think it came out in January.
Yeah, early. I want to say early. 17th of March. 13th of March, sorry.
Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So yeah, still early.
It was around when lockdown or whatever kind of kicked in.
Yes, it came in right at the right time, in a sense.
How long do you think you were sitting on that?
I don't think that long. I think maximum from 2017. Like, I don't think like spanning back the length of time of like waiting for J Electronica album like 2010. No, I do believe like it's anywhere between 2017 and now, because it's got that 444 Hove vibe to it. It don't have anything earlier than that. So I'd say somewhere between then and now.
Okay, so I guess going off of highlights and music, what would you say? Probably should have like given you guys some more time with the question, but what would you say was your highlight album of the year? Would you say yours is J Electronica's?
Is it? Are we talking about hip hop albums?
Just album of the year, could be anything, really.
Ooh. Yeah. It's not J Electronica. That's like, I would definitely put Alfredo by Freddie Gibbs over J Electronica. So that's for sure. No. Even that Busta Rhymes album was nuts.
That was cold.
You know what I'm saying?
Was cold. That's an honorable mention for me.
D-Smoke, Black Habits. I don't know if you guys caught that.
Yeah, actually I did. Yeah.
I think I listened to a few songs of the Smoke Sniffing.
How do you feel about that?
Good.
Yeah, like, I don't know. It was good. Yeah, he's sick. To give a standout album this year is actually quite hard. I won't lie. He even had a Nas album.
I like Nas' album.
Yeah. We got that Royce album. No, that Royce album. Ooh, Royce. Ooh. Whew. Yeah, if I'm gonna have to pick out of the albums you mentioned, I might give it to Royce still. But Conway's album was nuts as well.
Yeah, I think Conway's album for me was the rap album of the year.
You say so?
Yeah, it's either that or Alfredo. Those are like the two standout performances in terms of albums that were just from top to bottom. I fuck with them heavy.
I think for
and
me,
Nas has to get an honorable mention as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. But do you know what though? Yeah, like this is kind of a hot take, but I preferred Nasir over King's Disease. But I think everyone apparently hated the album, and I don't understand why. I think the album was put together pretty well, but I've found only one person that agrees with me on that. Everyone else is like, yeah, nah, King's Disease. I don't think King's Disease is bad. It's a good album, great album at that. But I really enjoyed Nasir. Like, I don't know why. It's a good album still. But
I'd personally have to listen to them over again.
Yeah.
Properly to give a verdict. But do you have any thoughts on that, GB?
I don't think Nasir was better than King's Disease. I feel like with King's Disease, in terms of like just the production, it sounded like a Nas album, like a classic Nas album. It felt like Hit Boy was coming into Nas's world. Yeah. Rather with Nasir, it felt like Nas was just trying to adjust to what Kanye wanted or his production. And I don't feel like they didn't sync well. So it just felt a bit too it didn't feel authentic. But King's Disease, in terms of just the production, Nas, his rapping ability, it just kind of from top to bottom, it was just it was all in sync. Everything just sounded well. It was well structured. The features made sense, and so that's why I would say King's Disease is a better album for me than Nazir.
Fair dues. Can't argue with that.
I did listen to Nazir, but I didn't listen to King's Disease, not yet.
Okay, I think I'll get that.
Say?
Yeah, you should take it in.
Yeah. I need to sit with it. I think, to properly give a verdict. But so what are we saying for King's Disease? That is an honourable mention.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. King's Disease it goes up there for top albums of the year. It's one of the better albums of 2020.
Now follow me as we ride, going up, getting high. Biggest flips in the sky, biggest flips in the sky, biggest flips in the sky. Now follow me as we ride, going up, getting high. Biggest flips in the sky, biggest flips in the sky.
Roaches in the ashtray, I resurrect one like a phoenix. The way it rises from the ashes, I'd light it.